What's up, guys? New episode of Calcio Ebbasta here. We're here at my house. I'm here with Gio.
Yeah, we're definitely at his house. You see the background? 'Cause, I don't think you'd find that at my house. But
Definitely not a Cagliari jersey.
that's the one that you'll never find at my house. I mean, I don't mind Sardinia. But no, so yeah, we figured we meet up in person and do something transfer related because the season's over and, Italy's not really something to look forward to yet. Yeah, we got some big games coming up. We might do some stuff, some reactions.
They might throw Ecuador out of the World Cup. We don't know. No, it was confirmed that they're not, right?
Not. That would have been the funniest thing if they did that. But
if they did that, we would win the World Cup.
It would have been embarrassing, honestly.
If they threw Italy in for Ecuador, we're going to win it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it would have been embarrassing on our part.
Yeah,
but yeah, we'll stick to transfer talk.
Yeah.
We figured we'd do something Napoli related to help me out a little bit. We want to talk about some transfers because Napoli, more than Juve at least, between us, with some things going on, I feel like there's more drama in Napoli's section of things. So we're going to be talking about De Paul and Fabian because it seems like there's two players that are really on the outs. Actually, maybe three for Napoli: Mertens, Fabian, and Koulibaly. Right, those are like three big names.
Yep.
So in terms of the midfield, Fabian and De Paul. Now there's some rumors that Atletico approached Napoli because we all know that Fabian, if he's going to leave, he wants to go back to Spain.
He wants to go back to Spain. He wants to go back home.
I feel like we've known that since he came, and he spent 4 seasons in Napoli already. So since
it's been 4 years already.
I know, that's what I said when I was looking it up. So he was 22. We all knew he wanted to go back at some point.
Yeah.
So Atletico approached Napoli apparently, according to the transfer rumors, but Napoli also asked for De Paul in terms of what's his availability, maybe a swap, who knows.
Yeah.
Obviously, De Paul goes for probably more than Fabian because Fabian's on the 1-year deal.
Yeah.
I mean, 1-year expiration. There's one left. So that's the thing. We'll start with that, for me at least. Personally, between what I want to do, what I want to see Napoli do. If they're able to extend him, I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
But if they have to lose him on a free, we got to stop doing that because we lost Insigne on the free. You could have gone a little bit from him. I know he's like 31. You know, Fabian's 26. You can still get 30 or 40 for him instead of letting him walk for free next year.
But in comparing the two players, would you rather? I know Napoli's known for having a lot of dynamic midfielders in the past. Like Alan was extremely dynamic. Hamsik was dynamic.
Happy birthday.
It's Hamsik's birthday. Auguri Marek. And so it's like you look at it, and for me it makes sense to bring De Paul in because not that Fabian has proven he's a world-class player. He has, especially this year. He stepped it up big time for the club, and
most goals. For us this year.
He does have the most goals, right?
From his tenure.
From his tenure,
yeah, he's scored 7 this year.
Yeah, and it's like Fabian. He's great on the ball. He can make magic out of nothing. De Paul, he's more dynamic though. So honestly, I don't even really see Fabian fitting at Atletico just because of who they have in charge.
That's another thing to talk about.
I don't see Fabian to Atletico working just because of that terrorist that they have as a coach.
But we saw De Paul suffer from that too, right? Because at Udinese he was 9 goals, 9 assists, 7 goals, 6 assists. Like the numbers were there.
Goes to Atletico, and I haven't heard of him since.
He had 3 goals and 1 assist because he's doing so much defensive work.
I swear, the only time I've heard of him is when he plays for Argentina.
Atletico, you go there and you turn the strikers into midfielders and center backs.
Draw Felix left back, Griezmann right back.
That's right.
Griezmann, we won't even get into him because he's a fake footballer at the end of the day.
We'll leave that for another day.
We'll leave that for Gonzalo.
Oh yeah, we gotta get Gonzalo on the show. Yeah. We'll see what
we'll do the Darwin when Darwin Nunez signs.
When he officially signs.
When Darwin Nunez signs for whatever 80 million,
Liverpool.
Gonzalo's coming on. That's it.
That's fine.
But but going back though, it's like you as a Napoli fan.
Yeah, going back to your question.
Would you swap them?
Oh, 100%.
You would?
I think I don't even have a hesitation. I love Fabian, what he's brought to the club. That sweet left foot, I'll never forget. I think he had the most goals outside the box this year.
Well, the goal against Lazio.
Oh, he had
right at
the winner.
At the end.
Yeah, that's right. And we thought that we still had a chance at that point. But no, I think De Paul is, like you said, more dynamic. I think that's what they need right now. If you have a De Paul and then even Lobotka has to stay. Like, he was great.
Lobotka has to stay.
As an anchor.
He's cheap too, bro.
Oh, yeah, and we had him for a good fee as to what he's panning out to be now.
Yeah.
If you can bring in De Paul, you do it. No questions asked. You get goals, you get assists in a more open style. He's not playing for Simeone. Obviously, Spalletti sometimes can go there when he gets a lead, but more dynamic, has that defensive work rate that you won't see Fabian. Fabian, no offense, but I love the guy, but he lumbers. Yeah. He lumbers around. De Paul's quick. to the ball. He can tackle. He'll clear the ball if he has to. He'll get dirty.
Yeah.
That's the thing that Napoli needs.
You need the right balance because that midfield.
Yeah,
midfield trio that Napoli had.
Oh, back in the day.
Alan, Hamsik, Jorginho. You had the guy that just sat around and coasted.
That could be Napoli's new core right there.
Yeah.
Lobotka and De Paul. And then you forget the third midfield.
Whenever we talk about like the two, I know like when you Dan and I always talk about the best midfield that Italy has ever seen. At least, obviously, it's not just the Juve midfield with Pirlo, Pogba,
in recent
Vidal.
times at least.
In our time watching the game, it's always been Juve's midfield that year with Pirlo, Pogba, Vidal.
And that's special.
And Napoli's was too. It was a carbon copy of that.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
In its own way, yeah.
If you think about it, you had the dynamic player in Pogba. That was Hamsik. Right? You had Vidal, who was almost a destroyer with the ball, but he was very good going forward, very good with the ball at his feet. That was Alan. Pirlo. Well, I'm not saying Pirlo is Jorginho in any way, no way. No. But the role that he played was similar. That midfield trio between Napoli and Juve. I mean, hopefully, if you guys get De Paul, you can get something close to that.
I strongly dislike Hamsik, it right now for bringing that up. Like Napoli's midfield hasn't looked the same since. It's been good still, but it's never gone there.
I mean, we could segue into this new Georgian kid you got. Kvaratskhelia, whatever his name is, right?
I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I feel bad if I'm gonna try. I think it's like.
He's had a couple goals in the past.
Khvicha or something.
What is it? In the past couple weeks in the nation league for Georgia.
He's balled out. I think in the last 7 games I saw, or 6 games, he has like 7 goals.
Yeah.
Like and 3 assists. And yesterday he had a nice little fake from distance outside the box.
Oh, the finish that he had the other day was crazy.
Oh yeah, you should have seen yesterday's
was talking about it in the chat.
You should have seen yesterday's
goal. You lobbed the keeper?
No, there's another goal yesterday. But he faked it from outside the box, a couple meters outside the box, hit it off the post, into the other post, and then... I mean, listen, we had Insigne on the left. He's presumably the replacement for Insigne, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a winger.
Yeah.
And I think you keep Lozano on the right if he doesn't get sold, and you put Kvaratskhelia. I think it's Kvaratskhelia. I think
Lozano.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about Lozano because then we're going to get killed on this podcast. But no, I mean, I think he's going to end up staying Lozano. So you'll have him on the right. You got to play him. If you paid $45 million, he's going to start. Now he's going to start.
But you don't think that if they were to transfer list him, you could get? I don't think you'll get the 45 that they paid.
25.
You could make some money back.
I'll take 25 if they're going to reinvest it. But honestly, you know what? Honestly, I think I've had a change of heart lately in terms of if we know that we're just competing for top 4, depending on who we get, if Koulibaly leaves, if Mertens leaves, if Fabian leaves, and we don't get De Paul, you might as well start the guy. Give him an actual full year.
Full season,
because Politano's might leave. He wants out.
Where's he gonna go?
Who do we have? Now we only have Lozano.
You know what I could see? Politano in Roma.
Yeah, because of Martino's ancestry, right?
Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that. No, I'm talking purely playing. That's pretty good reason though. Purely for playing though, because he could fit there. Mourinho's game is very transition heavy.
They might lose
Zaniolo. It's a game of transition. Yeah, but Milan even said that they didn't even. Milan isn't even going for him though. But where's Zaniolo gonna go? Because there was a talk that he was gonna go to Juve. Those broke down. That was February.
It's because of the price tag. Yeah. They're still asking $50 million for a guy with 2 major knee injuries.
Yeah.
But he's 22, 23, but still.
Yeah.
And
but no, I honestly think that Politano, that's the thing with this Napoli squad. You saw, it was a pretty consistent lineup in terms of whatever the main guys, the Insignes, Fabian, Lobotka, Osimhen, right?
Yeah.
But it's you have players like Politano there that should be playing. If Politano's in any other club, he plays all the time.
Out of the top 4.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Which it sucks because we saw what Politano did with the national team the other day.
And last year for Napoli, before this, he was good. He was really good.
Very good. He was very good. I think he scored a goal against Juve last year.
He scored a bunch, dude.
He had a goal from distance. It wasn't Juve, but it was somebody.
He had a great season before the season. Yeah.
And our third transfer target, obviously Koulibaly. Right? Yeah, I just saw a report this morning that Barcelona said we don't have the funds for Koulibaly. The president said that Barcelona needs to have an injection of minimum 500 million to save the club. Bro, they're down bad.
But Barca's weird because
bad,
they need all these funds, but they're going to re-sign Gavi. They're re-signing Christensen. I understand there's no transfer fee. Christensen was a free agent.
Yeah.
But you got to pay these guys.
But dude, but that's the thing. Like, there was a period that they were talking about how, like, Real Madrid needed money
Lewandowski.
And then they signed
wants to go there. How?
Dude, it makes no sense. But they're gonna get their way anyway. Because FFP, like how we spoke with Martino, FFP is bullshit. It's like it's only applied to certain clubs, certain period. It's never consistent.
It should be an objective thing, but we feel at least
from the outset,
they'll tell us it's objective.
We don't see the numbers.
Yeah,
we're not sitting there crunching numbers. We feel that it's very
subjective on the surface of things.
Absolutely,
we feel that way.
And maybe that has to do with how much is reported from the media. Maybe the media goes and they only pick stories. Obviously, like how you said the other day with the Ecuador thing. It's only for clickbait. At the end of the day, Ecuador's going to stay in the World Cup. We don't even know if it's true if they had a player that was ineligible or not.
This is the time for everyone get your clicks. This is the time for
Football's
the next month and a half.
It's boring.
The World Cup's moved to the winter.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do. Yeah. You have Nations League. Come on. Nations League. Yeah. Like, no offense, but it's a glorified, okay, great.
Nations, I'm telling you, for kids that are just starting to watch football now, Nations League will mean something by the time they're like 15, 16 because they grew up with it.
And it could help.
It's a new show.
The thing is, it helps some people get to the World Cup, some teams. But for the England, Italy, I mean...
It's a waste of time.
Forget Italy. But for the big teams, they're not really worried about moving down. They're still going to qualify their own way. It's not like the only qualifiers,
Yeah.
But going back to Koulibaly, I've talked to my dad a lot about this. Koulibaly, in terms of what to do with him, my dad goes, if they're not going to sell him this year, or like if he can't renew, keep him one more year and then let him go for free. And I told my dad, I was like, but why would you say that? Like, I'd rather get more. If you want Napoli to succeed and you know that De Laurentiis is still going to be the president, we need money.
Yeah.
We need the funds. So if he's really not going to stay, you might as well get 40 for him now. It's sad to say because you could have sold him for 80. And I've loved him for his loyalty.
Yeah, it sucks because just given how Napoli's squad is, I know like a lot of people.
A lot
of people will have differing opinions, saying like some people will say, "Oh, Napoli's hit their peak, starting from next season, they're gonna start going down." And some people say, "No, we still have the momentum to keep going up." But honestly speaking, it doesn't make sense to literally have Koulibaly for 1 year, then let him walk. It's not like I don't see Napoli in a situation where you could say, "Oh, this next season is the final dance." I don't see that. Where you're like, okay, all like how PSG did, right? One final dance because everyone was like, "Oh, Mbappe's leaving at the end of the season, so fuck it, we don't care. We would rather him leave for free next year, but it means that we have him for 1 more year to have this Champions League goal." Obviously, plans have changed. Now he's decided to stay.
He changes plans,
right? But it's like I just don't see. I feel that whatever momentum that Napoli's building on, it took them many years to get up there. And obviously we know that Napoli financially and economically, they're not on the level of a Milan or a Juve, right? Or even an Inter.
100%.
But so that's like, honestly, De Laurentiis has to do something. Yes, I mean, look, at least he's being consistent. He didn't want to literally, like how you said the other day, he didn't want to give the more money to Insigne. So you'd think, okay, at least he does the same thing for Koulibaly. He's not picking and choosing there. But it's one of the things that it's like, come on, he's the pillar of the team. He's the pillar of the back line.
No offense.
That's like Juventus going and literally bringing in all these attacking players. De Ligt gone. Who's your future? You invested all that money in that kid. You've now had him for 4 seasons now. You want to see what he can keep doing. You want to try to lock him down and keep him for the future of the club.
And they need him gone now. He is the leader of the defensive back line now.
Who's left in the back line? Danilo, who is it? Danilo's a champion. Bonucci's a champion, but they're getting up there in age.
Yeah.
De Ligt is the only one. He's like the one carrying the torch. And one last thing I just wanted to touch upon. This whole Di Maria thing, bro. This Di Maria thing has been such bullshit. Because everyone was saying, Di Maria's going to come. Look, I would literally take Di Maria for 6 months, give him the wages he wants, right? But the issue that I'm seeing here is like, is that he really wants to go back to Spain because he lived in Spain when he was in Madrid for so many years. His family wants to be closer to Spain. So the two offers that were closest to there were Barcelona and Benfica. In Benfica, he would be making less money, but his plan anyway is just to play 1 more year in Europe, and then his plan 2023 is going back to Argentina.
Right.
He came out and he said that by 2023 he wants to be playing home again.
Yeah, he's not going to retire in Europe.
But it's like, it's almost as if that Spain, he'll go there. I feel like he'll go to anywhere in Spain just because it's close to home. He'll even play for pennies. But if he's going to go to Juve, he wants 8 to 9 million. I feel like it's one of the things that Juve's going to get fleeced. It's going to be like a Tevez in China thing. You're going to get a player that's just going to be walking around collecting a paycheck. And honestly, for Juve, I don't know if that's the right move. If you get a Di Maria with the good attitude, he'll produce magic. He will destroy the Serie A, even at this age.
Oh, yeah.
But is it really worth it? Because you never know what players it is. And I'm not saying it's... Every player should chase the bag at that point. Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't blame them. But if you're Juve, do you really want a player that's going to be like that? That would rather go to like Benfica? He would literally go to Benfica with open arms just because it's closer to Spain, geographically, than go to Juve. But if he goes to Juve, he's like asking for money. As if this prince comes, we have to roll out the red carpet. Like...
But again, though... That's what the media says.
That is exactly. I know.
Is that true or is it not true?
That's the picture that we're seeing from the outside.
And if you,
we don't know what's going on.
If you ask me,
closed doors. Yeah.
You're saying you don't want a player who just gets a bag and sits there for 2 years. Yeah. If I'm Juve and he says I want a 1 year deal for 9 mil, I'm doing it, regardless of what I fear of his mentality. You know why? Because look what he just did to Italy. You know, like as long as the guy can stay healthy, even off the bench as a super sub. And let's be honest, right? Juve will be better next year. I 100% agree, and I think that they're going to be in the top 2 probably. They're going to be They're going to be challenging again. Like this year, they were out of it all year.
I'm scared now.
I'm just saying.
Optimistic Johnny is.
But that's pessimistic on my end. So don't worry. For me, it's pessimistic because that means
because the last time you were optimistic, we didn't go to the fucking World Cup, man.
No, but what I'm saying is like Juve in 1 year probably even with Pogba, even if they get someone great in the back lines with De Ligt, even if they have a full year of Vlahovic now, I still think that you're not going to see in 1 year all the changes that Allegri needs or wants. And plus, you still have Allegri. You have to see how if he is stubborn or changes the system. So for me, if you're going to dish out a 1 year deal for 9 mil, 2 years, I get it. It's a little, because then you're like, okay, if Juve is 1 year off, in their second year from now, in Allegri's third year, coming back, if that's when they're in, and then he's just wasting away for 9 mil, I'd be concerned. If you can get him on a 1 year deal, dude, roll the highlights of what he did to Italy. You know, all you need is a solid half from the guy.
Di Maria looked like,
you know, and no offense,
looked like a teenager.
No offense to all of us Serie A fans, right? Serie A is not at the level it used to be. So Di Maria at this age, what is he? 36, 35?
Something like that.
Will still destroy the league.
Yeah.
If he's healthy. And then, as you mentioned, the mentality thing comes in. But just look at what he did to Italy. Look with him and Messi. Messi didn't give a crap. He didn't care about PSG.
Messi literally was just on vacation the whole year.
Let me have some French breakfast and my 50 million, whatever the hell he makes every year. Yeah. And he didn't care.
Yeah.
Do you see him when they're just celebrating? They won the title and he's just sitting there like this. He doesn't care. And then he goes to... And then he scores 5 against Estonia. I know it's Estonia, but 5 against Estonia. Still 5 goals. Yeah. Great goals. Goes to Italy, destroys Di Lorenzo on the wing over there. I mean, a couple times. Di Lorenzo's great, but still, like Messi's Messi. So and he picked Italy apart.
No, it was definitely an eye opener. If Messi definitely had any, I mean, obviously. We talk shit about Messi just because we do it to be stupid.
No, Messi.
But like, if Messi literally had any guys that were saying always finished. No.
Yeah, that Finalissima tells
you that Finalissima literally was.
If he was
Messi,
in Barcelona,
Di Maria, those 2 guys, like Di Maria, Juventus saw that game and they're like, let's go after this.
Plus
guy.
Messi, he's been a little bit more injured recently, but Messi doesn't play the type of game where like. He needs to have a burst like he used to have. You know what I mean? Like he's a tech. He's world class.
Messi's the type of player that he could literally be 45, as long as he can walk. Put him at the 6 and just have him dish the balls out.
It's no effort. No effort. That's it. He's honestly one of like Pirlo is nonchalant, but like nowadays like now Messi is less explosive now. That's what he is. He's just a nonchalant player.
That's the perfect role for him.
You know, he picks when he has to do it.
Put him to play. Put somebody with him that can win the ball back, like a Gattuso-esque player. Give it to Messi. He'll dictate the play. Let the younger guys that have more legs do the running.
Messi at the 6. That's funny.
Dude, you never know.
Yeah,
Messi,
you're a funny guy.
Messi at the 6 could work in the future.
That's funny.
He's the guy.
See. If he comes to America,
if there's anybody that can do that, it's him.
Sure,
he's. So I guess we'll wrap it up there.
We can keep going, but I mean,
we're at the 20-minute mark. I don't know.
Yeah, if you guys honestly, if you guys are still watching at this point, I know some like Andal, our friend, was saying he likes to see longer versions. If you guys prefer to see longer versions, I mean, you let us know. We're trying to be concise with it because we don't want to bore you guys. But if you want more extended conversations, I mean, let us know. We can even do live. You can even do YouTube live streams. If we have people that come in and you want to talk for an hour, we'll talk for an hour.
Oh, we could talk. We could talk for days, man. We could talk for days.
It's going to be a little bit delirious at times. We could talk.
It already is. It already is at that point. All right. Guys, thank you so much for more than 300 subs on YouTube. Follow us at Calcio Ebbasta TM on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Trying to be more active on the IG page, but for now, TikTok has been going well. We're almost at 2,000 likes. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Appreciate it, guys. Ciao.
Ciao.